Thank you, Councillor Marks. Councillor Diamond.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to support Councillor Marks' question, and I also have concerns of the studies on intensification. Just at the end of his comments, the Director of Planning said that the Planning Committee would have input, and I would just like to ensure that councillors have input for their areas so that we do not impose non-realistic standards or perhaps standards that suit a consultant's model but will not fit within the city. And I think it's important that we do that. Again, I still feel that we are trying to solve Toronto's housing problems by changing the structure in Oshawa. And it is very important that we study and maintain the quality of life and the standards that we have. As much as I support what the province is trying to do in providing housing, I still have concerns about how realistic it is. For example, they define affordability in terms of salary, but they assume a 25% down payment. Now, we're looking at an affordable range according to our salary levels in Oshawa of $160,000, but I don't know that many people that have $40,000 cash ready. So let's not be taken away by thinking, oh, affordable, yes, that's fine. We're still going to have many people who are going to require assistance for housing.
Thank you. Councillor Dion.
Mr. Chairman, to work program for implementation. And I think the thing that is glaringly missing in the requested information of the Minister of Housing is how much a community has already done in relation to the planning of housing policies that they have. And I would hope that once we are underway with the work program, that particular statistic be taken into consideration by the consultant. In other words, I think that Oshawa has been one of the few communities in the region of Durham which has been taking a front and forward effort in providing affordable housing. As far as the analysis of what is being planned in the work program, I don't believe we have any other choice. The Minister of Housing has indicated that we must respond to a work program which indicates how we are going to answer the questions if they are asking them of us, and they will, including that of residential intensification, which my colleagues have referred to. But I believe that the provincial, and this was also due, I believe, November the 1st, so I think we're already behind in a part of a schedule, but I'm sure they won't be too upset about that. There are several other things in the work program which we have already implemented. I think that people should be aware that the City of Oshawa has been forward-thinking and has done a lot as a result of the last 4 and 5 years of being in the lowest vacancy rate in the entire country. So I think we should not be ashamed of what we have done, and I would hope that Mr. McCrisky informs whoever it is that's going to be working on this particular report about how much we already have done and have those statistics compiled, as they already are part of our housing data manual anyway.
Councillor Nicholson.
I've got similar questions. One thing that seems to be glaring from the work program is any kind of analysis of the types of conversions that are occurring within the community, conversions from affordable housing stock to other uses. And there's a lot of that going on, especially in the condominium field, where there's condominiums being rented out as rental units. They're now being, because the market changes, being resold as condominiums and eliminating very fair and affordable rental properties. And I'd like to see some kind of analysis in this study to understand, so we can understand the extent of that conversion. There's no use to going out and saying we're going to build money, we're going to put subsidy into it if we don't know how much we're losing as well, and I think that's important. The other thing I think ties into the questions on intensification, in my opinion, and I think probably the opinion of many members of this council, there are neighborhoods within our city who don't need intensification but need a reduction in density. There's many neighborhoods that are over-intensified right now, and I'd like to see some kind of policy developed in conjunction with our zoning review to come up with a housing statement that deals with the reduction in density as well. We simply don't view the whole equation from one parameter. That we look at both the intensification of some neighborhoods, but also the density reduction in some others. And I'd like to see those things discussed as part of the report.
Councillor Beale.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, I'm very concerned because if we go ahead and start having a policy statement from the province telling us what we can do or what we can't do as far as our planning is concerned. We already have small lots. This is something more than what the town of Whitby is even thinking of. And like, I have to agree with the former speakers that have said that we have more than done our share. And because of the low rental, that occupancy rate that we have, that we need to do our share, and we've done it. But to go ahead and to adhere to some of them, like, when you're starting to go ahead, I can pick bones into almost each and every proposal, or what 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down. And I think that we have more than done it. So I don't know whether or not this is, hopefully, that when staff does take a look at this, that you'll be able to go ahead and give the province a very good overview as what the city of Oshawa has done, and we can go ahead and we can justly be proud of what we have done and say, we have done it a long time ago.